So this is Chandler. I'm glad to share some of the notes I made on the last Thursday's immigration court hearing. This case has a very little material, so it has 2 pages of personal statements and plus 2 pages of evidence. It's related to family and reproductive policy issues. So on the surface, a case like this seems to be challenging. Without clear past experiences, but after review of materials, we find there's a key legal points that, according to a certain United States Court of Appeals for 9th Circuit, there's a precedent. If someone has experienced forced reproductive procedures or similar interventions, such as the removal of the uterus, the law generally recognizes this as a very severe and ongoing persecution experience. So even with the limited materials, there can be still a chance for a favorable outcome. There was also an unexpected development in the court today. This is going to be the second matter I would like to mention here. When she was just testifying, she started to show symptoms like unclear speech, trembling, and even apparent mental blankness. She can barely understand or answer anything while she was sitting in a testifying seat. So when asked whether she has verified forms with the attorney, she just answered no. Confirm with us if there's any mental illness with this lady. In this case, we have nothing else to do. But after 10 minutes, the client was again invited to the stand, witness stand, and the judge asked the same question. She just trembling and answered no second time. I questioned her ability to testify effectively. We therefore request a competency hearing and scheduled for May into 2026. There's instruction to submit medical evidence, safeguards, and request safeguards for testimony in advance. In order to help those witness who's unable to testify properly, we can make a video about that later. Moving forward, to conclude, there are 2 key points. First, the individual's ability to testify is something to cast doubt on when there's a severe symptom that's shown up to prove this person is ineligible to testify. Second of all is whether the past persecution experience can be demonstrated even with very thin evidence. And we see, even with limited materials, in this case, there's still a chance for a positive outcome. See you in the next video.